How does a web server work for web developers? Imagine you're sending a letter to a friend and waiting for their reply. That's similar to how a web server works when someone visits a website. When you type a website address into your browser, it sends a request to a machine somewhere in the world. That machine is called a web server. It's both hardware and software working together to deliver web content. Web developers need to understand this process because it's the foundation of how websites and web applications operate online. When a request arrives, the web server first translates the website's domain name into an IP address using something called the domain name system. This IP address points to the server hosting the website. Once the server knows where to look, it receives an HTTP or Hypertext Transfer Protocol request from the browser. This request asks for a specific web page or resource, like images or scripts. The server then searches its storage for that file. If it finds it, it prepares an HTTP response with the content and sends it back to the browser. If the file isn't there or there's an error, the server responds with an error message like a 404 not found. When the browser gets the content, it starts to display the web page. It loads images, styles, and scripts to make the page look and work as intended. For web developers, this process is more than just delivering static pages. Many servers support dynamic content using technologies like PHP, Node.js, or Python frameworks. These tools let websites generate content on the fly based on user actions or data. Developers often run their own local web servers on their computers to test websites before going live. These local servers mimic the real environment, so they can troubleshoot issues early. Most websites relying on reliable, always-on servers hosted on dedicated machines or cloud services. These ensure websites stay accessible to visitors around the clock. Understanding how a web server responds to requests helps developers build faster, more efficient sites. It also helps troubleshoot problems with loading times, security, or server errors. Learning about this client-server communication opens doors to working with databases, application programming interfaces, and web hosting. All these skills are essential for a successful career in web development. Setting up a simple web server, managing HTTP requests, and fixing server errors are practical skills that boost your confidence and open new opportunities in tech.